up, YouTube? JankyYGO here. My name is Michael, and today I'm going to be talking about the possibility of Spellbook of Judgment coming off the ban list. And I know what you're thinking, Michael, you're an idiot. And you know what? Maybe I am. Anyway, why do I think Spellbook of Power or Spellbook of Judgment could come off the ban list? In all honesty, the only thing I will say is I don't think it can come off the ban list unless Jowgen gets banned. Because if Jowgen gets banned, there's legitimately there's no real, consequence to it. If Jowgen gets banned, then adding all those cards and summoning out Madame Vere at best, because it negates stuff, or the Witchcrafter that pops cards, or maybe one of the Dogmaticas, those are your best options. In those situations, that's about it, and that doesn't really do a lot. Sure, you could out people, or you could out almost anything because you have access to Fate and all that, but the thing is what does it accomplish? We're in a state of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it doesn't matter as much as it used to. Now, it's still good. I don't want to, beat around the bush here and be like, oh, Mr. McBias over here says, oh, Spellbook of Judgment can come back, but he's a Spellbook fanboy. The thing is, and you can attest, if most people anyway could, if you knew me in real life, most people would know that I always defended Spellbook of Judgment's banning until recently. And all my friends were like, "Oh man, Michael, don't you wish Spellbook of Judgment came back?" And I would honestly tell them, as much as I love Spellbooks and Spellbook of Judgment, Judgment can't come back. That was a few years ago. The game was a lot different, and I got to thinking now, it just wouldn't be the same, is the best way I could put it. I honestly think that Spellbook of Judgment coming back probably wouldn't do a lot. And I say that because, the problem with it became Jowgen and you summoning Jowgen at the very end and having a full grip of cards, not able to have your, with your opponent not able to do anything. However, that's not the case anymore. We have hand traps, for one, to stop the Ash Blossom. We could Ash Blossom the Spellbook of Judgment itself. We can. You could probably out Jowgen a lot easier. There's a lot more cards to help you combat it nowadays. And I did test it out with and without Jowgen. With Jowgen, I don't know, it's still ridiculously oppressive. Without Jowgen, I tested it without Jowgen as well. Without Jowgen, it didn't do a lot. It was alright, and it felt good to play the deck again, but it definitely wasn't as powerful. Granted, I wasn't playing High Priestess of Prophecy, because I don't like High Priestess of Prophecy. I think High Priestess is a very, very bad card, or promotes you playing bad cards. And I'm in the mindset that you don't play bad cards to make your good cards better. You play good cards with your good cards as much as you can, and that's it. That's my whole philosophy on building decks, if you're trying to make them as good as you can. Now, that being said, I think that I think Spellbook of Judgment, as much as I want it to come back, they would have to ban JankyYGO. And whether they are willing to do that or not is another story. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed talking about one of, if not my favorite deck of all time, the Spellbooks, and whether Judgment could come back. I think adding all those cards doesn't do as much as it did back in 2013 if we don't have access to shutting out our opponent by throwing out a floodgate like JankyYGO. Because the problem with JankyYGO becomes you have Spellbook of Fate and you have fuel for it. So anyway, that is it for this video. If it is your birthday today, happy birthday. If you want to send me any cool deck profiles or replays, emails in the description. Tell me whether you agree or disagree with my line of thinking in the comments section below. I know a lot of older players that played back then might be hesitant and jump on the case that no, Spellbook of Judgment can't come back, and a lot of newer players that don't even know what Spellbook of Judgment is will be like, I don't even know what that is. But if you know what it is, go ahead and tell me whether you think it can come back or not. If you don't know what it is, just leave a comment asking, what's the effect. I'll answer it. I'll answer it as many times as I need to. But yeah, if you have any deck ideas, by the way, if you want to see me play any cool decks or any archetype you want, leave a comment down. Say, hey, I want to see you play this on the Casual Duel series. And of course, have a wonderful day.